Maximus Analysis here for September 16th, 2015 at the close, and we see they broke up higher. Again, we're going into the FOMC results tomorrow, so we will see fireworks either way. Just to make sure that we don't kind of lose sight of the big picture here. The thing that is concerning me is actually this weekly time frame, and I actually had a friend of mine point this out. Royal Flush, appreciate it. We see this, again, this week is not closed, but we see that we have this extremely decreasing volume on this light bull flag below these lows. So you have below these, this is the last low that you kind of want to say, okay, if it can get up to 2030, and even if it did and it broke a low, we still have not had a sell signal on the weekly time frame since the flush down. So we'll continue to look at it, but again, you can see on the monthly, again, they got a lot of wick to go, but you see that they've cleared out a lot of basically information right there. So I don't know if they swept out stops, but what I would say is that, again, this month is still very, very young, and this week is showing a lot of weakness, unless, again, tomorrow has insanity going on, which, again, Thursday I would stay away, and if you're already out, I would look at maybe next week's option if you're going to play the weeklies, because again, they could really do it. It could just pause like it did now. This is kind of very frustrating because you're like, all right, we went through this grind up. They flushed down. Damn it, give me some more. But again, we'll see how it does. But again, on the daily time frame, you can see that they have popped above this little the little bear flag that I had going on. Again, they could get up to like 2000, 2005 or something like that. And we want to see how it reacts from there. NQ pretty much has about the same thing going on, this flag going up, but they're still below these lows, which is what I'm going to be judging it off of, and they're tapping the 200-day moving average, which is good. But again, we want to make sure that we're looking at everything, and you can see on the weekly, you have the same volume, but this one is actually coming up. You want to see it get, again, if you're just looking at where it broke down, this is the sell signal of 44.84. We want to see how it reacts from there. Again, it's very light volume going into, which we expect because of this 2-day meeting. But just one is, again, they could flush it back down. They could throw it in the air. But again, even if they do, I would rather get a dip than just trying to trade a breakout from here, unless you're just going to, depending on how high they go. So tomorrow is going to be critical after 2 o'clock. And they're probably going to have a very, very choppy action going into for tomorrow. So the YM is probably one of the weakest ones here. Again, even if they clear above this 50% retracement, they need to at least get back above the 17,000. So you still have about 400 points to go, which during volatile times can be could be a couple days, but we'll see how that one plays out. IWM still has the same type of grinding up. It's still going up. Again, we'll see what happens on the weekly. Again, you see the declining volume. You see this little tight flag on the weekly with this huge declining volume. So again, if they have a sell signal based on the weekly, we will see what we want to look at, because again, this could mean, the minimum of 3 to 5 weeks of down type of movement. So again, we'll play that accordingly as well. Some names did move today. Apple wasn't one of them. It's very, very sideways. So I don't know whether they're going to break it up or break it down. And a break below these lows of about 114 would be more of the sell signal versus just this. And I kind of would want to see a close versus them come and flash it down and maybe go back up. You had Netflix actually. I had to get stopped out on my hourly movement of it, and I probably shouldn't have taken it because I actually took the short right here. I took this short here on the weeklies. I think I discussed it and peeled some going into, but again, I should not have taken this one. It probably wasn't a smart trade because it was already very, very oversold, excuse me. So hindsight's 20/20, but at least I like to share what I have going on with the rest of you guys. So again, at this area, you see a higher low. Again, I got in around here. I'm thinking it was going to break down continuously, and again, it continued to the upside. So I stopped myself out, and I'd rather share the ones that I stop out versus the winners, because you'll learn from the winners. Okay, you'll learn from the losers. It's almost like your tuition. That's what they kind of call it. So, and I believe wholeheartedly, and I think that's what is good to share. So you have a break above these obvious highs. It's just been coiling either way. So we'll see how that one plays for Amazon. You have Facebook continue to grind higher, grind higher. A lot of things look overbought, but that doesn't mean that it continues like that. Tesla had a very, very strong day from breakup of this above this pretty much shorts. Well, there probably was a lot of stops there, but again, I would be taking profits quick. So again, we'll see how that one plays out, but it looks like it could definitely, if it continues up, it could definitely go to take out these highs and even go to maybe this 2093 level, but it's not going to happen overnight, so just be cautious regarding that. And you have Priceline. Again, it really hasn't done much after yesterday, but that doesn't mean that you're short now. But again, a break at least below this 1300, and we'll kind of see what it has going on there. Crude had a really good pop up today. Let me see if I can get that one here. Yep, so you had a pop up, and we were talking about this, and I kind of didn't know where it was going to go. But I did say that, again, if they break above these highs, at least right here, they could come and maybe approach 50, 51 and see how it goes from there. But again, you had these three huge volume days up and this sideways. So you had kind of a, you had, let's kind of do again, just basic chart analysis on a bar count to say, okay, you had 3 bars up, but you also had 12 bars down. So that's telling you that it took them basically 12 bars, 4 times as many days to go half of the distance, which shows that the bulls kind of had the thing. But again, if they broke down below this and closed below this low of 43.20, we would have to again say, shit, if they did that with some type of volume, they can go down and pretty much test that 37 area. So I think, again, if this area about 45 holds, again, I think they could at least get up to 50, 51 and continue to the upside. Again, if they've really got some balls to it, they can go up to this 55 area. But we'll see. Again, we'll take it day by day from there. But if you were long, congratulations on that. So again, FOMC tomorrow, keeping it light, keeping it tight. Cash is a position, and we'll go from there. Take care.